That's why I've awakened to share my adventures and hopefully provide some advice duelists on the market. Hang on to your hats, because it's time to duel. Introduction to the game. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game is a turn-based card game in which duels an opponent in their deck. Reduce their life points and finally your aim is to summon cards. Yu-Gi-Oh! Initially known as Duel Monsters from the favorite television program, saw a figure fight with his deck and a bit of help from the power of the bond between friends. The TCG game is thrilling, although there aren't any century things, dueling motorbikes, or dueling partners from another realm. For a thorough guide on the basics of card design and the rules on how to play the game in detail, I would recommend that you look at the official website, or read the rulebook. This is a more general introduction to the game, and to help you get started with some basics on how to play at a decent level at the start. Card basics. When I first started playing the game over 10 years ago, it was a very simple GCC that didn't have the highly aggressive player base that it does today. There hardly any effect monster cards at that time. These possess additional effects beyond their fundamental attack and defense values. These monster cards formed the primary core of this deck and were usually powered up with equipped spell cards, which back then were known as magic cards. There were additional spell cards which help in other ways, and after that a few trap cards played down face that PA surprise whenever you activate them from response to other actions. Monster cards are the Brea de Burro of a deck, plus they put in majority of the work when you are attempting to win a duel. They contain various effects which may benefit you or hinder your opponent. Occasionally their effects are specific best to their archetype, and that's when things get really interesting. Spell and trap cards will usually make up this rest of this deck. You will also have up to 15 additional cards in a side deck that you will use to change your sport plan in between duels of a match. You will also want to have an extra deck.